I never ever live in a property that I own. I always rent from people who make bad financial decisions. I never own anything that I live in. I have certain properties. One of my best sellers is actually doing 13.8% ROI, which is net ROI. Spend that extra money, especially at amounts like this, spend an extra 50, 100K on an expert to go through the whole thing with you, find you the great stuff, make sure everything's proper. If it's a renovation, run it with someone that has experience in what you can expect, rather than having all the headaches in the world after. Because trust me, the bill at the end is gonna be bigger, always.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. It's been a while.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost.
So first information from you, you double your portfolio.
Yeah.
Every 1.5 year you do it this one?
Actually, in the last period, it was like every 9 months, I would say, it's a new property that gets into the portfolio. So it's pretty nice. It's very motivating, of course, to keep doing this. And I'm happy to see that the effect of what I do translates into the profits really well. A lot of people, and especially in Bangkok, you hear them saying like, oh, don't invest in Bangkok, don't buy property here. It's like shit or whatever. It's not true. I have certain properties. One of my best sellers is actually doing a 13.8% ROI, which is net ROI. You see ads everywhere in Bangkok. They say like, oh, guaranteed 5% yield. I wouldn't touch them with a pole.
Because of the guarantee?
No, it's because of the price that they sell is not good for investment. So these are properties that are mainly targeted towards Chinese nationals or other foreigners that just want to park their money, right? But most of the property in Bangkok is sold to Chinese because they want to park their money, get it out of China, and the CCPU doesn't touch it then. So anything happens back home, they can just get out and they know that, oh, I have this money somewhere and I can sell fast and just use it for whatever I want. I can live. Same thing happens with Russians. They buy up a lot of property, but they are a bit different. Chinese are like this. They come, they buy 5, 6, 10, 15 properties from the same developer, same project, and they don't even rent it out, most of them. That's why you see all of those condos sitting empty. It's not empty. Everything's sold. Like from the developer's perspective, everything's sold out. I can tell you from the perspective of a luxury developer, I can't give you specific details on like who and what. I was involved in quoting, restructuring for one of the bigger developers of properties, especially condos in Thailand. We didn't get the project, unfortunately, but I saw the portfolio that they have and how much of it is unsold. So they have in new developments that are like either being built or were recently built, they had in total 20 units that were unsold. 20. That's very low numbers. And they were thinking of selling one of their commercial projects because that was the most expensive that they did. So they want to sell the full tower. So I think that one might still be on the market. Commercial property probably moves a bit different than residential in Bangkok. I can't see for the rest of the Thailand. I'm focused on Bangkok market only. But residential is very good. Now, I compare this to Europe and I compare it to my home country, which is Romania. Right now, Romania in rent is doing exactly half of what Bangkok is doing. So whoever buys property there for investment, they can make double here. And that's why what I started doing, and it's kind of a plan to help people out. If there are investors who have money, they want to invest in rental properties, bring it to Bangkok, put it under our management. We handle the whole thing for them, and then they get almost double the money that they would get back home. So this is a really good option for people who are not like super active investors. Like super active, I would mean like you invest in a business and you're involved in it so much, like it becomes like a day-to-day thing for you. Property is very good for passive income. So when we talk about passive income, there's only a few things that are actually passive income, and property is one of them. But people sometimes underestimate it. They get it wrong. A lot of people are waiting for a property crash, which seems like never coming, you know. I recently had this conversation with someone back home. I asked the guy like, hey, you're sitting on almost 200k euros. Why the hell you don't buy like 4 properties here in Bangkok? I can guarantee you this and that ROI. Because I have it. I have the same. Just buy extra properties in the same project with me. Put it under my management. I give you this much and I withhold 10% of the sum and everybody's happy. Like, no, because I'm waiting for the market to crash at home so I can buy something. And I asked him, we had this conversation before the last time. Since then, that's like almost 5 years ago, the property prices almost doubled in the country. So what are you waiting for? Like your 200k is going to be worth less in that market than in another market that actively produces. Now, there's another part of it. Capital gains investment in property. You can buy land in certain places. You can buy a commercial property or residential even, and wait a period of time, 5, 10 years, 20 years in some cases, but your gains on that are very high. My country currently is doing really good on that side. There are a lot of people who buy agricultural land there. Agricultural land means that sometime there might be an industrial project that's going to land in that area and they have to buy it up. A highway. We're still building highways in Romania because we didn't complete the full section of it yet. So if someone...
Government.
Yeah, government. So if someone buys land there, the government will give you market price plus. Like that's the law that they have to do. So they give you market price plus. But if you hold that land for 5 years, that market price is going to increase a lot more. So that's a guaranteed payment, a guaranteed buyer, right? Of course, in Thailand, you can't do the same. But in Thailand, it comes down to 2 types of property here. If you are serious about investing and you don't have a lot of money, let's say like 50,000 euro or dollar or 100,000, you can already get into the market. You should not be scared of doing it. But talk to someone who knows what they're doing. Talk to someone that can show you an example of, okay, this is what I make, this is what I invest in, and that's how much you can expect from it. There are properties here that you can rent for 1-year contracts that make maybe around 12,000 baht per month, but your investment is only 1.3 million baht. For 1.3 million baht, 12,000 baht, it's a really good percentage. You know, people don't think that much about it. Like you get people who buy properties, and this is what I do. I never ever live in a property that I own. I always rent from people who make bad financial decisions. And that's kind of the rule of it, right? I never own anything that I live in. I always rent from people that buy something very nice and they can never ever rent it for a really good price. For example, the place I'm staying at, it costs only 26,000. It's actually a mid-range luxury condo, but 26,000, it's so little, you know, for it. However, I buy 2 properties that are, let's say that I put a lot of stuff inside of it. I put the best TVs, the best fridge, everything, furnish it, 3 million. 2 properties, I get the same amount. So those 2 properties are already paying for this rent for a more luxurious lifestyle. And the property I'm staying at right now, you cannot find it under 8 million baht. That's 8 million. You have 5 left, buy more. So people think that, okay, everything that hits the market, it's, so nice, so beautiful. I want to get it. It's something that I like. Sure. But it's always better to invest in something that generates money first and then create a cash flow with which you can rent the dream place that you want to live in. I'm pretty sure that you can make deals on 5-year rentals, 10-year rental with certain people with certain properties. There's some really fine examples here in the market. Not sure if you are familiar with Le Raffin properties. There's one just down the street here. They are the older, higher luxury ones. If you're renting one of that for like 10-year contract, you can include renovations into that. So you bring down the cost of your rent, you renovate the place, you make it as your own, and you can just enjoy a fantastic lifestyle for the price of what you would pay for a really small place in a more luxurious condo or whatever. Yeah, everybody's telling this. Like Bangkok, you get a shoebox size place. Okay, but in the same time, you can get a big space for almost the same price, but it's not going to be the new one. However, there are things on the market that have been renovated and are being renovated. And there are a lot of nice old buildings that the touristic office is taking very good care of. And I found some really good hidden gems in this side. So this is what I do. I hunt properties. I hunt for those gems that look great, that look fantastic. Even if it's a bit older, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because if it's comfortable for you, it has everything that you need, the big space and everything, you're feeling much better than knowing that you spend a lot of money for something small and it's not up to par with your expectations. So this is what people get wrong with the market here. And you probably heard the news saying there are like 600,000 or 700,000 empty properties in the market. So truly, the issue with that is who is buying it. If you look at market segment, most of the unsold properties are in lower segments. Luxury segment is mostly sold out before construction finalizes, or maybe just 1 or 2 units left. And the mid-range luxuries, they sell really well. I tried to buy one at one of the mid-range luxury condos because they had a special unit type that I know that I can monetize really well. And no, they have 0 foreigner quota left. So that means 49% of the building was gone and they didn't even start construction yet. Of course, that's the market. That's a reality. Now, you can also look at projects that are medium range, like pure medium range. This would be something like an IDO, a life condo, or
Origin.
Origin.
It's
Yeah, the Origins are also Park Origin, not that much. Park Origin goes towards the medium luxury ones already
because it's here.
Yeah, but there are a lot of properties here that are in the medium category. Those don't do really well because most of their target are people who are lower than middle class. It's a bit lower than middle class.
But they still need to get good location,
Yeah.
to be around the, office and everything.
But they're paying so much for it.
Yep.
So I did help someone find a property for themselves. The problem was like this. They wanted to be close to a station and they didn't know where and what to rent and how to get it. So I told them, okay, open up Google Maps, go down to Chang Eravan station, there's a condo that's connected directly to the station. Super cheap. It's like 7,500. You find it. It's okay. And they actually wanted a bigger space, a 2-bedroom. You get a 2-bedroom there for 14,000, 13,000, 14,000. You can actually find it. And yeah, they got that one. They are super happy with it. Okay, they commute a bit more. It's like a 40-minute till they come to this area where we are. But 40 minutes, if you're stuck in traffic in the middle of the city, it flies again very fast, right? And you're living in the center. So if your property is not directly on the BTS line, you're not getting around fast.
Yeah.
So in real commute, he's commuting almost the same as other people who live in central areas, but in a very deep soil or something.
I have the same when I travel to Sriracha. It's actually, when it's rush hour, my friend trying to get from Nana to Terminal, or like just somewhere around, on the car takes me like 1 hour. And I go on the highway, just jumping from the highway, and it takes me 1 hour also. It's like 2 kilometers, and the 100 kilometers was the same. That was crazy.
Yeah, people don't realize that Bangkok is a different type of monster when it comes to commute times and everything. And if you don't understand how certain neighborhoods work, how certain areas work, you're going to get in a big mess. There are condos that look like they're in a great position, but if you drive there or you take a taxi there, your U-turn is a few kilometers away.
Yeah.
And there's no other way for you to reach it. And that's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get a property here, they really need to know a lot of information. That's where I come in. That's where I help these people figure it out, get them to know the neighborhoods, get them to know the types of properties and what for them to expect.
Maybe even get a right car. For example, many people like on the van, right? So the Alphard and everything, because they know how much time they will spend on the traffic. So at least they can do something, work, and they don't need to stuck and don't need to be drive. And I see like, why so many people have this car? And I realize this makes sense if you are really need to commute because you want to have some comfort, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to go with BTS, because, level of living, of course, it's higher. But at the same time, you don't want to spend driving because it's not even driving. I love driving, but here it's not driving.
No, it's torture.
Yeah.
It's torture. Yeah, exactly. That's why there are Alphards and Velfires and all these type of cars.
There's new a lot of Chinese models, right? Coming. Yeah.
I told certain people like, hey, if I reach that level, I would not buy a sports car in Bangkok. It's the worst decision that you can make. You're going to drive it 20, 30 kilometers per hour most of the time. Yeah. And that's just criminal to do that to a car like that. So yeah, an Alphard makes super sense. Yeah. You can enjoy that ride. Even if you're stuck, you can do a lot of other things meanwhile. So it makes sense. And yeah, of course, there's another tax bracket that would order their helicopter to pick them up. So that's also possible.
Soon it'll be like drones, right? Like a taxi, human drones.
Yeah, I wonder when they will do that. I'm pretty sure that the condos that have the heliports will be very, very popular.
I don't know if some condo or some houses in Bangkok, when they offer Alphard, like, they offer sometimes some car. Like there's some Aura, the Chinese and everything I saw last time, some, let's say, smaller car. But I'm wondering if they offer like free, Alphard.
They do.
Yeah?
They do.
Or with the driver, maybe also with the service,
I'm not sure if it's with the driver, but they do give the car. I saw an offer like this. It was in Krungtep Krita area. So they have these almost 100+ million houses and so on.
3 million, but it makes sense. Right?
Yeah, it's just like a few million baht here or there for them to give a discount, just give an Alphard. That works for them. Like there are tax brackets here that people who come as travelers, who come as just plain person, they do not understand. Like there are things and projects that, it's just crazy. And that's it. This is the fun thing about Bangkok. You can have the ultra rich living next to the very poor, and it's a full contrast happening in every street, every area, every neighborhood. It doesn't matter. You can go. One of the interesting properties that you will see are going to be in the Prompong Tonglor neighborhoods, like the smaller areas, but also next to Bangkok Hospital. That neighborhood has some really interesting properties around there. You have Ari, which has the older rich generation with the houses and everything. There's some fantastic things going on there as well. There are many, many properties, many areas that are nice, that are really good for living. Now, of course, we are conditioned to believe that the BTS is everything here, or the MRT is everything, but it's not really. I can tell you, for example, if you're living in Rama 3 and you rely on a car, you can get to many areas in Bangkok quite fast because Rama 3 has really good access to a lot of places, and it's never really a big traffic jam over there. So that's like a really good option. Of course, if you're living in Rama 2, yeah, that will suck. You don't know if you're making it home every time or not. Yeah, it's like too many accidents happening.
So if you can say like, who is the, like, because you said about, people who make decision based on the, the place, location and everything, but I think you also, we can say some people are not educated, right? Because they don't know how it works,
Yes.
the communication, the traffic, also the prices and everything. How people can get this kind of information? You shared today a lot, but in general, like, because you said about the clients who have the, stack of money, and first of all, he don't have education about his own place, right? What about the other
Yes.
location? And also in term, like, he's not the guy who is passionate about, and he not get the money from the real estate. He get money from other project, other business. So how does people like function, because for them, I think in general, they don't care, right? Because if they already have some business going on, have some savings, so they don't have the, passion about real estate. Of course, most of the people, I can say, want to save the money. They don't want to lose money. So maybe that's more
They
thinking
will
about.
have the passion for money.
Yeah.
So even if they don't have passion for the real estate or investing in any way, they do have passion for money because they want to make more. They want to ensure that they have something to give to their family, kids, so on and so forth. They should come to someone like me. I do this day in, day out. There's no day in which I'm not researching something, some type of property, some type of area. And I'm still not done. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years here and I'm still not done. There's so much to do. Now imagine that you come in here and you have absolutely no knowledge, no experience in real estate. You don't know how construction works. You don't know what to look for. It's difficult, and I get it. And you see all these videos telling you about property market is crap. This is crap. That is crap. You can never sell. You can never this, never that. Yeah.
It's clickbait mostly. I mean, it's get attention because the people start talking like, oh, it's not like this. Oh, yeah, it's working. People commenting. I get the views, right?
Yeah.
Even the young generation, like I say, influencers, YouTubers and everything, they're also based off the, clicks, likes, comments, right? Because in general, like, you cannot say many things on the comments. You have at the group, Bangkok Expat, like some are really white about the comments, whatever you say, there's always some hater. And
Sure.
and I realized this, it's either touched me. I remember also, I think on the Samuel Kopangan, I just say something and I already like about 20 people comment like, what the hell? Like, and it's, it's based of the, I think many people just do this for fun, just the information, and they're just trying to put, something, to the comment just to have fun. I know people like this also, who are like from, like some different groups about the expat from Italy, from France, and they do it for fun because there's some people just sitting there and just, have nothing to do. So they just living the life.
They have nothing to do.
Yeah.
They are bored.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bored people. And bored people, what do they produce? A lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right? There are going to be people who are not bored, like us, who go out, do things. We are quite occupied with our stuff. So whenever we talk about things, we express our opinions, we express our experiences.
Go deeper with the things, not only based of the comments, because that can be right what they say, but it's based of the things what they read, and the reality is totally different.
Reality is
and
different.
absolutely different. Like, and it's something what you cannot even put on the, I can say, on the social media, because it's required deeper explanation, and there's no space on the sometimes comments, because then you need to face someone, explain the law and everything, and that's people say, no, I talk with my friend, and he cannot buy and everything, right?
One of the most dangerous things when it comes to this is, and I really want to get this through, stop asking for lawyers to do things that you can do by yourself, which are very easy. And agents, like, this is what gets me the most. In Thailand, it's not complicated to get things done. You can go to most important like government offices, and they will have one person that can speak enough English for you to understand what's going on, how to do things. They will help you. A government agency is tasked to help its citizens and other residents to handle their things, right? I do this all the time. I want to get something done. I can go and talk to anyone in any government agency, and I can get the right answers to things.
Directly.
Yeah. Like, there are certain people who say, like, you need to get a lawyer to get a rental agreement like validated, right? What the fuck happened to common sense?
I mean, I hear this first time, so I'm really...
No, I see it so much because, like, I'm very active in the real estate groups, right? So I see people who are trying to rent, and there are people asking questions about this, like, I want to make sure that the agreement is like, this is normal as a condition, and so on. And there's always not just one, but a few people who comment like, you need to get a lawyer. For what?
The person who commented is a lawyer, right?
No, probably not. But there are some people who will recommend the specific law firms. Now, of course, when there are some really complex agreements, maybe you should go into a lawyer, but those agreements are not going to be a rental agreement. Maybe a commercial rental agreement. That's going to be a different story because it will have a lot of things that go into a lot of law articles. But real estate, normal rental agreement does not have articles that need necessarily a lawyer, unless you're asking for something very complex. But usually that's not the case. And another thing, when it comes to finding property in Thailand for investment, your worst thing that you can do is to rely on freelance agents. Freelance agents are like the plague here. Nobody has any certification, nobody has real knowledge, and nobody has really good deals. I haven't found any via agents like that. There are certain firms, like the serious ones, that do have good deals. They do have a very well prepared staff, and there's some kind of responsibility there. But I can tell you, I never had so much stress than dealing with freelance agents in Thailand. It's just a nightmare. These people are mostly, how would I say it? They don't possess the necessary knowledge to actually help you. And most of the time, they create more drama and more trouble. And
right now, maybe the base of the ChatGPT.
Yeah, probably they use that to answer their clients. I don't know. But I saw some really, really funny and very sad things that they are saying and giving information to other people. So based on that, if you're trying to come to Thailand, you want to invest in properties, do not go with freelance agents. They're going to make your life hell, and probably what you're going to get is not going to be good. You can go with a very reputable real estate agency. You can go with someone who is doing real estate investment like me, and I actively do this for other people. We have a firm set up for this, so it's going through the company. It's going very officially, and you will get exactly what you want. And for us, we don't work on commission. We work with fees. So our fees are strict. Our fees are straight. It's not like, oh, if you want a 10 million baht property or 20 million baht property, the fee will be different. It's not.
So it's also start from, maybe that's how they start. Maybe that's how they, learn and everything, when it's come back from the other country and they start doing like a freelancing here. That's maybe the point, like why it's so many, right? Like many people come here, like just start the journey here and they try it, just take the knowledge from there.
Not even from other countries. It's like this. Sometimes, let's say that you are not finding a very good job because your skill set is not good enough. So the easiest thing that you can do as a Thai person, become a real estate agent. You require absolutely nothing for it. And until there is no specific law requiring people to get registered and certified, anybody can do it, Of course, for foreign nationals, this is banned. So that's another thing. So if you come from abroad, you cannot be a real estate agent. Now, if you are a company owner and you own a real estate agency and you're a foreigner, that's a totally different story because you're managing the company and then you have your agents who are Thai and do the work under you. That's the way that certain people do it. And there are quite a lot of serious agencies out there. But from my experience, someone who actively searches for investments, those are the people who have the really good deals. Because they will sift through everything from everyone and they will hunt them down. They will find the right properties. It's so different. Like you can have the same street, different corners. One property will work really well. The other one will not work at all.
So you mean there's more people who looking good agency, or there's more agency who looks for the good client?
They're trying to look for the good client, but mostly it's the freelance agents that kind of get the growth of the market. And then there's a lot of frustration building up because someone comes and they want to rent something and they want to buy something and the agents mess it up.
Yeah. So they're basically looking for opportunities, don't be specific what they want, and basically they trying to even get other agent, other business, other company, just trying to close any deal, I can say.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's Wild West. Yeah. It's unregulated.
So they try to get the commission because they base off what they do. So they like, what you looking? I have everything, right? And like, you want visa, you want this, like they're all service, all in,
Yeah. I will tell you a wild story. I have a lady posting in a Facebook group that she's interested in renting one of the properties that I advertised there. I talked to her. So she's abroad. She cannot come and see the property. So she says that, okay, I will ask someone to come and see it. All right, sure, I can show it, no problem. That person arrives. She says that, oh, she's a real estate agent. Okay, she looks at the property. I show her documents, everything that she requires. And then while we are negotiating the price later on, she hits me with a message like, oh, before we go further, what's my commission? I'm like, what? I didn't hire you. I was talking directly to the client. You didn't bring me this client? What the hell are you talking about, And of course, the whole deal fell through because she was trying to find many faults for the deal to not go through, to make it difficult for me to rent to that person. And asking for various weird documents and everything, like just simple rental, just make it easy. But no, she destroyed the whole deal. And I told the client, hey, property is being rented to someone else because you guys fucked around too much and I don't have time for that. And I found someone that came the same day, took it. So this is what they do. This is what they do. They will backstab and they will do whatever if they see that there's no money for them. So yeah, the fault was with the woman that hired her. She didn't specify that she's paying her or not. And with agents here, they have like this expectation that if they already talk to you, that you have to pay them. But you didn't do anything for me. You didn't bring any value for me. And first of all, I did not hire you. There's no contract. There's nothing. Like... This is the wild part that you're dealing with. right? So it's not okay, not okay at all. And there's another very common fact here is the bait and switch.
Okay.
The bait and switch.
The bait and switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see something very nice. You want to buy it or rent it. For me, it happens on the buying side. A lot of people have it on the renting side. You ask them, hey, is this property available? Like, oh no, it's already been sold, already been rented. Like, okay, so why is this post still there 3 months after, you know?
I know why.
Exactly. It's baiting. It's baiting to get contacts
Yes.
and information and so on.
And you do it even, you put bullshit property will not exist.
Exactly. Like,
Adds a lot. But they said, okay, we don't have this, but we have other one.
yeah, and
It's
I'm
working?
not, I'm not,
It's
no,
working?
No. For me, it's not working. And I'm pretty sure that everyone else who is in the same situation, they get fed up with it really fast. And they're like, I'm not looking for this. I'm looking for exactly that one that you showed me.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like that. Deception
I think
never works.
I think it's many, some companies just do it like to get the leads, right? So they put out of mess and like, oh my God, look this one. But it's mess up because mess up with the pricing. You think in the price like this exists because they put something special. And then like you watching something real and it's like, no, I see before for 20,000, you offer 30,000. And like, what do you see? Like, oh yeah, this guy wanna rent. It's not exist, you know, how it's possible, you know? So I think it can mess up with the opinion and opinion of the prices.
Exactly. Yeah, I had this happen with a certain property. So I'm hunting for a certain building.
I thought you're hunting for the people who do like this.
No, shoot them. No. I have a building in which I want to buy a unit. Like that's super nice, but there's nothing on the market. So whenever I see something, I'm jumping on it immediately. And it happened to me that the price difference between what they posted and what was actually on sale was 6 million baht difference.
But the original price was?
Original is
like what the price was, because you know.
So the property actually was on the market for 18. They posted 12, but I know that it's 14 the real price. So I was like, okay, 12, that's 2 million under. That seems interesting. Let's see if it's real or not. Although on the other side, I did have a surprise with one of the properties. I bought the property with 40% under market price. It was, I saw it, I contacted him, I asked like, okay, this is the price? Yes. Okay, can I see it right now? Like right now. Because if you confirm it, you're the owner, I want to see it right now. And as soon as I went in, I saw what it looks like. I bought it on the spot. On the spot. I was like, okay, tomorrow we go make documents, everything. I'm buying it. And they were like, oh, really? Yeah. If you know your market, you know what's a good deal, what's not. And of course, Thailand is full of bad deals, like in any market, if you don't know what you're doing.
Speed, I mean, situation, like many people move, you know, go out and everything, like even when people some selling, renting and everything, sub-renting also, right?
Yeah.
So you're just hunting about this one.
The subletting part is a very dangerous one here, actually.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous because
in general not agree, right? Most of the building not agree.
I had a situation in which we rented to some Chinese people and they were supposed to live there. We rented it out and we see the utilities come in, 0 consumption for 3 months.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're paying rent, you're paying it. You're not missing any payments, but there's nobody coming. So first of all, okay, alarm bells, what's going on here? And then as soon as December came, we saw that certain utilities started jumping. And just after we got that first bill, not even a week passed, we get a call from juristic like, hey, we caught these people renting daily, and it's like the Chinese people, they put it in a group. So in Bangkok, there are certain groups of, maybe it's like a Chinese organized something, but what they do is they rent a lot of properties and they put them on Airbnb and other platforms, like they have their own Chinese platform as well, and they rent those properties out as third party. So in my case, it was at the fourth person. So they rented it to this platform, and that platform rented it to the guests that arrived.
Yep.
And when the guests arrived and they got with their bags there, the juristic just asked them like, hey, where are you going? You know? And then they just figured it out. Hey, it's a daily rental, because they say that, oh, we stay only for 5-7 days or something like that. Yeah. So it can be dangerous in that way. However, if your juristic office is decent, and there are some that are not decent, that's another thing that you have to look for when you buy a property. They will notify you. They will not call the police. They will not create problems for you first. So they will say like, oh, this is what's going on. We don't let it happen, because you personally are not at fault here. It's the person that you rented to. So in that case, yeah, you break the contract immediately, and we did file a police report against them to research like what's going on. Because when I looked at their Airbnb profile, because I found our property on Airbnb there, they had like 360 other properties in Bangkok. That's 360 units that were active. So
yeah, that can be some groups, like you said, some parties, some events. They want to have this before everything happens, so they need to manage before, and also maybe on the low season, so it's also different, you know. Yeah. Because they also the base of the holidays on the China, on the some companies, some groups, and everything.
I think they just do it like this. They rent bulk and put them on the platform, and wherever the bookings come, that's where they go.
Okay.
So if you have 360 properties, and if one is not being booked for like 2-3 months, it doesn't really matter that much for you.
Yeah.
For that portfolio size, right? Because you have a large scale. But it's a big problem for you as the owner, because they mess up your legal status with the juristic office and so on. So yeah, there are things that you need to look at, and yeah, it's just part of the game, you know, like this thing will happen any country, anywhere. You just need to be on top of everything. And we make sure that whenever we rent for someone, we have a really strong contract that bans any illegal activity. So make sure that we don't get into situations like that, that we would be responsible.
So if it's terms of the possibilities of the, I can say, not only Bangkok, but around the Bangkok, it's also growing, because I see, you know, we have a place like Pattaya, which I think, of course, we know the Indian expand for another area. That's also happening in Bangkok, like it's going like outside, you know, I can say more like, you know, even Chonburi or, you know, North, Saraburi and everything.
I wouldn't say that it's relevant for an investor market. Maybe for a local market, yes. But if you're an investor looking to invest in property, you would probably stay around central Bangkok.
Okay.
I personally, as an investor, would not go out of central Bangkok. There are certain condos, certain areas, yes, they could work, but not a lot. So central Bangkok is mainly the one that works best, because everything is requested in that area mostly. I would go as far as to say that if you pass the river, requests drop maybe 70% or more. Even if you're close, like you're close to the action, but everything drops so much.
Yeah, even Samut Prakan is already big drop.
Samut Prakan actually works quite okay if you are in the border with Bangkok. If you're not in the border with Bangkok, nah. That one is like dead zone almost. Another area that is getting a bit more attention is going to be Rama 3. So Rama 3 is getting a bit more construction going on. A lot of new projects are getting into the market. And what I can say is that there are opportunities there. However, it's going to be a very niche market. So you would be renting mostly to foreign businessmen who come here, work here. They have their businesses close by. Rama 3 is becoming another CBD thing. Like a lot of foreign businesses are moving there just because of the
Really?
central business district.
I thought it's CBD, like
No.
cannabis.
Bangkok has a few of them. It's not like just Saturn, like, okay, you have Siloam Saturn, but you have Rama 9, which is like at Rama 9 MRT intersection there. That's a big one. And then you have Prompong, which also has a lot of offices. You have Asok. But Rama 3 is also growing quite well. And then you have the other part next to Chatuchak Park. That's also a really nice CBD area. By the way, on that note, did you ever see the building of the BTS? What they built for themselves as an office?
No.
Okay, it's a big monstrosity of 2 towers connected on the top with like a full-on bridge.
Like World Trade Center?
No, it's a monstrosity. It's interesting, but not in a good way. It's just that it's so big, and they even put like a swimming pool and stuff on top. Like, okay, as BTS, we know that there are issues with it, right? With the systems, they don't invest a lot. Their employees are not making good salary. Their bonuses have been cut. But you as a company, you build a few billion baht tower, and you're not focusing on expanding your network, and you're not focusing on expanding, like that for me is just like a weird thing that happened. Of course, when it comes to weird things in Thailand, we can talk about the earthquake. That was super unexpected for everyone.
Yeah.
And
it was not even epicenter here,
No.
I mean, it's far away, basically far away.
No, but you know what happened?
No. I mean, what I hear a bit about okay, because it was connect with the like ground or something like this?
Yes. So when earthquake happens, it's like the ripples in the water, right? So those are waves that ride on the land. Now, there's a mountain range that is between us and the earthquake area. Now, once it crosses the mountain range, here it's mostly like a plains area. But because we are on top of clay and sand that is even some places more than 100 meters deep, that's like a jelly. When you shake a jelly, how does the jelly shake? It shakes so violently on the top, right? Exactly, that's the effect. All of Bangkok is sitting on a delta. That is like a really, really old delta of the Chao Phraya River. That's why a lot of foundations are stuck in this sand. There's only one project that I know of. Maybe there are others, but when it comes to recently built, one Bangkok project is the only one that went deep enough to hit bedrock. That's 80-meter piles. The whole project sits on 80-meter piles. So 80 meters down, that's where they found like stable soil. So when an earthquake hits, one Bangkok project will probably not be as shaken as the rest of Bangkok, but I'm not sure about the rest of the construction, how it has been
shaking,
done.
it's better because it's allowed to be more flexible. It's because I remember it was funny when I was in the Philippines. I mean, funny, not funny, but I remember when I was almost on epicenter, was 7.2. So all the concrete houses building, even all churches collapsed. And but basically the one from the wood survived.
Because, the wood always.
Because of the flexibility, right? But later, so everyone it was happy, oh, it's good we have a wood house, amazing. And 2 weeks after was the typhoon, right?
Yeah.
Which works opposite because all the wood fall down,
Yeah.
was straight to the ground, but the concrete survived,
Yeah, in modern engineering, I can say that yes, a lot of things are earthquake proof. I saw one of my condos get shaken up like crazy.
Where you been that time?
I was at an office building, so I wasn't shaken that much, but I saw video of my condo when the pool was like flowing out of the whole building, and I'm looking at it like, shit, that's gonna break into two or whatever. The building's gonna collapse. I'm like, okay, I need to go there. I need to check what's happening. So yeah, I go there, and the building's still standing, but everybody's evacuated outside. But when I get up on the stairs, when they let us like go and get stuff, I just went in just to see like what happened. And the results were like, oh, hell no. It's like one of those movies where you see like the apocalypse, everything's just broken, fallen down. All the ceilings collapsed, walls cracked and everything. But hey, in 1 month they repaired everything and it was all good. Structurally, the condo was super fine. Now, how they build these, it's like, there are these prefabricated walls that are separated walls. They crack so easily. Like they're super easy to crack.
Like more like art, because design and everything, right?
Yeah, and all the architectural elements, they crack, they fall.
I was in Sriracha, and I felt and like, because I already know the feelings. Because of the experience in the Philippines, I think I experienced like 100 earthquakes after shake.
This is my first.
In the Philippines was many. I think more than 100, because even after big earthquake was 7.2, I experienced every 1 hour. So I already know the feelings. Like, it's an earthquake, and I call my friend. It's like impossible. Like, it's no earthquake in Thailand and everything. It's like 100% there's earthquake. Like I know the feelings 100%. And later, you're right. I see on the news Bangkok and everything. And I not feel nothing. So no. Even a slight stellar, like, okay, I know the feelings. The same like when I broke my hand. I already know the feelings. I know about my hand's broken, but I don't know how to react because my friend don't believe me. I say, hey, you broke my hand, and like, yeah, you don't feel pain? I said, no, I just really know the feeling, so I'm not crying because I understand it's a broken hand. Oh man, like, oh my god, like I need to start crying, like
experience teaches us.
Yes. You have that, feelings, you have the emotion and everything, because it's very hard to compare. If you don't have the experience, it's like you know what I mean? Like you can be dizzy.
Yeah.
You can be like, like I'm just, dizzy just a little, right? You don't have the really comparison, like what's going on, that's experience, experience of the earthquake.
Yeah. Now, regarding this, people panicked hard. So a lot of people didn't even want to stay in their own places. There are a lot of people who got PTSD and so on. So that kind of switched the market a little bit. Right now, still, low rises are hotter than high rises for that reason, but I'm seeing a bit of a comeback to the high rise area. But it was unexpected. So you can easily see how market can shift from the smallest of things or the biggest of things. And Thailand is a different animal by itself. Real estate here is different because, as I said previously, every street corner can be totally different. On one side, properties are going to be higher price and higher demand. On the other side of the road, no. You will struggle to rent it.
Yeah.
And this comes down to a lot of things about understanding neighborhoods, understanding the dynamics, the social side of the things, and also what each area represents. And for example, the touristy side in Silom Saturn is not working the same as in Sukhumvit. Although in Silom and Saturn, you will have clubs, you will have bars and everything, the touristy side and the rental side for that, it's not going to be the same because it's a CBD area, it's a business district, right? So during the day, a lot of stuff is happening. During the night, from Monday to Friday, yeah, sure. But weekend, no. Weekend totally dead. So that's when people feel like, oh, this is not a fun area for me, right? So that's why I never got so popular with it. A lot of people right now are into these chill cafe things, so on. I can see an increase, like in certain neighborhoods. Like I'll go back to Ari. I will also go back to Donglor, to Prompong, and even Ekamai is doing really well on that side, which are very, very popular in this aspect. Now, of course, you have the mega malls that are pushing a lot of traffic of people and everything. What I'm most worried about, and I think it was one of the biggest mistakes when it comes to civil engineering, Bang Trad intersection, when you go down towards Samaprakan, is getting the Bangkok Mall. Bangkok Mall is, from what I understand, it's going to be the biggest in Southeast Asia. And that thing is a monster.
Where?
It's just on the corner of the street going to Pattaya, the Bang Trad road.
Oh, okay.
It's a huge construction. So if you missed it, you were not paying attention at all
I
to the road.
know. I know where. Yeah.
It's big. It's like a full block.
Yeah. I thought it would be like a real like warehouse or something like this. Looks like some even airport, you know?
It's gonna look like an airport. So what it has like a huge arena, like an events arena, which also houses a huge parking, like a spiral parking. And then you have the mall with underground parking as well. Now, that area, when it's like rush hour, it's blocked. It's crazy. Add a mall that attracts at least 100,000-ish people or more daily to that traffic. I'm not sure if this has a solution for it. Another thing, it's not directly connected to a BTS station. They can do the bridge, like under the BTSs, you see these walk bridges, to go directly there. But that is a long walk, so a lot of people will choose coming by car. So it's not really well connected.
Maybe like some short train, you know?
They could do the same thing that they did with Icon CM, but they're not building it, so it will not have it. So if it's not building yet, it will not have it at all.
Construction, yeah.
Yeah. So this is what is the biggest challenge of Bangkok. You don't have enough mass transit. There's not enough MRT lines, like underground. They're doing the Orange Line. Orange Line is going to be good, but you need 6 or 7 more of them to solve the real problem of the city. Right now, it's just crazy. You could have this place be as a great living space similar to what a Singapore could be if you choose to focus more on urban mobility. But yeah, not there. Yeah, they have plans. I saw the plans. If they would start building all of that, maybe in 5 years we would see it all complete. But no, it's not realistic. But it would look similar to how Singapore is currently.
How people can find you and what things you offer beside the consultation, because I think it's a required education, like they need something. A second, it's like you said before, it's a prevention, because allowed people to actually in general save money, save time. I think understand more the structure about how they can allocate the money, because it's not even anymore about the real estate. They don't need to be the specialist, you know?
Yeah.
And they are not. And maybe they will never be, because they do a different profession. So they need to at least get understanding, like you don't need to provide them real estate, let's say, workshop, so they can become a real estate agent, after like to listen to you, right?
Exactly.
Because some people don't want to have the specific information. They just want to be more practical, right?
Yeah.
You are practical. I mean, everything what you say, even if I'm, amateurs of many things, it's very, easy to understand. And I think what people need as well, because it's all about how you can transfer the information to them, what they can get, how they can use this, and maybe how they can also recommend you to other people, because I think it's big part of any business, the recommendation network, which you also share with me, and I think is the place when people can trust not only for one-time deal, but always on the another one deal, another real estate, recommend to the family, friends, and even for the next generation, because you build something for the future as well.
Yeah. Everything falls under our large consultancy. So besides us dealing with business consulting, we also deal with financial consulting for people as well. And this falls under that because having passive income, having some kind of security that, okay, what happens if you lose your job? And right now you have maybe 100,000 euro, 200,000 euro that you can activate for this. That can almost guarantee you the salary that you're making for some people.
Yeah.
And that's a really important thing. If you can survive off of that money and then have the safety of finding a new career opportunity or other path that you want to take to make money, that is a life-saving thing. And this goes into prevention, but it goes into also financial education. A lot of people don't know how to invest. They don't know what to invest in. Some people don't want to do stocks. They don't want to do risky stuff. They believe in property, and that's totally fine. Property is fine. Stocks are fine. What I'm not fine with is people getting into something they don't understand or something that is not very straightforward for them. Mm-hmm. It's very straightforward to go into a bank and say like, okay, bank, this is my money, invested in index funds, and I want this percentage.
Because they build the trust. I mean, the bank build the trust, for the years, right? And even if it's not much education, that's build like the doctor on the TV who say like, buy this medicine, right? They repeat.
But you also have the crypto going after the same thing, and that's where people get it wrong. They trust it, and it's not good because crypto can be extremely volatile. And if you don't know what you're doing, or even if you know what you're doing, but you believe too much and you're not being careful, you lose. And there's nothing worse than people losing what they work their life for. That's like the worst thing that can happen, right? We're not in the business of ruining people's lives. We're in the business of protecting what they have and thinking of all the worst case scenarios. Like this is what you can do if, right? I can say surely that as with a bank has all public information on everything that is going on. In real estate, it's the same thing. You can verify prices, you can verify contracts, you can verify ownership, you can verify everything. And it's very transparent. So I think that is a very good way to invest. Investing in something very transparent, very predictable, right? That's what works. Now, if someone wants to come to me and find this information, they can just go to our site, nolimit.consulting, and they can contact us. We don't have this service particularly advertised on the site, but it goes under the general consultancy that we do.
Have you ever think about to make workshop?
I did.
You did?
But I want to do it a bit different. One thing that is happening in Thailand, and a lot of people are having a hard time figuring out, is whenever you want to buy a property for yourself, I'm just talking about this category for now, for yourself, you don't know what is a quality property and what is not. You need someone who has experience in construction, in renovations, decorations, so on, that can understand that that wall is a good type of wall, if that wall is straight, if it's not. When you're going to order your built-in furniture, will it look good or not? If the wall is not straight, you'll have your built-in furniture like this in lines, It's not going to look good, right? So there are a lot of things that you need to consider, and people really don't know. And I understand it's not their profession to know it, but reach out to someone who does, right? We do this for our clients who want to invest and they want to find investment properties. We analyze everything about a property, and I'm going to tell them like, okay, this is what you can expect. This is what's in it. If we want to renovate it, this is kind of how much it will cost. And this is how much money we can make with it. Because I have transformed a shit place into something that looks great. And we invested around 70% of the purchase value into renovation, but their property is making double the money. So that's a good thing.
So it's like a holistic real estate approach.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it all. And that's the worst thing. Like right now, I can go to even some luxury properties, and I've seen it. I'm visiting most that I see on the market. I go in, I see something that's selling for 20-ish million baht, right? And I see that the tiles in the bathroom are not straight. Or I see that there are
details,
things that are not okay at all. Or I see that certain things are broken already. Or the design of the AC placement is not good because it blows in the direction that will create condensation on something, or it will just blow on you, which is again not good, right? So there are a lot of things that baffle me when it comes to new construction. I would do maybe some kind of like a vlog or whatever, taking a property, dissecting what's going on with it, the good, the bad. But the problem is, and this is what I'm still thinking about, that Thailand has defamation laws. And if you try to tell people what is wrong with the property of a certain developer, maybe you can be targeted with that. So this is why I haven't dug that deep in it. I will definitely tell my clients about it, which is a private discussion, which has nothing to do with going in the public and doing defamation. And it should not be defamation. It should be something that is a real situation with real facts about the matter. If you see that a developer is asking for 30 million for a 2-bedroom unit, and they are not putting a double pane glass, just a single pane glass, and you hear all the noise and you have no thermal insulation and nothing, like, what the hell is that? At that price point, there are certain things that you have to expect. And if you're not getting it, you're being screwed over. So that's the whole thing. There are projects that are great. There are projects that are horrible. And there's a lot in between. And I've seen it all. I have my favorites that I found to be amazing. But yeah, people should reach out and talk to me specifically on each property. And this is something that an agent, if you go to an agent, they will not tell you. They don't have the capacity or the knowledge to do so. Even if it's a larger real estate company, because it's not their expertise.
Then they don't go just that deep, the details,
No, they will look at numbers like, hey, this is how much the square meterage goes for in this area. Like, okay. But, there's, I'll just tell you like this. There's a luxury property in construction right now next to another luxury property of the same project, in which the materials that they are providing for those units that start from, so they have, maybe I shouldn't say exactly the unit types, but there are unique unit types that are very sought after in the market. The materials that they use for the furniture are the same materials that you would find at a budget condo. And we're talking luxury condo here.
Yeah.
And the bathroom, they don't even use something like granite or marble or whatever. No, they use some very basic tiles. And the colors don't even match in the same bathroom. It's like 2 different textures, 2 different colors. And I was looking at it when I went to their showroom, and I asked them specifically to show me the materials book, like the full page. Every condo has this. They have a book in which they specify what goes into a certain unit, what type of tile, what type of materials, everything. I look at it and it's really that. And I'm like, are you guys serious? There's another project that was recently finished. It was sold out before construction finished. And sometimes it happens that a lot of people who buy them, they can't pay up the full amount for them to get the unit, and they kind of lose that unit, and it goes to the market again. So there were like 3 units on the market that appeared, and I immediately went to check out the building and see how it is. Everything's great except the doors. So we are talking mid-luxury condo with plastic doors, plastic entrance door, bathroom door, PVC, right? So you're expecting something like this at a 1 million baht-ish condo, 1 to 2 million. That's something you can expect, and that's okay. That's the trend. That's what goes in there. But come on, you can do an MDF. You can do a bit better than that, right? I'm not expecting the ultra luxury doors, but come on, don't put something so shitty and plasticky. Like, when you close it, it even has the sound of a hollow plastic door, you know? It's so horrible.
I can imagine,
Yeah, so these are the things that you will see in the market. And maybe you as a buyer, you don't observe it. But something like that is not a quality. I straight up asked them the question, do you allow me to change the door if I purchase this unit? Like immediately, rip it out and change it. And they're like, oh, but it has to look the same style. Okay, I will make it the same. I'll order one that looks the same, but not from the same materials, you know? So yeah, there are solutions for problems like that. Okay, if it's just a door, fixing a door, maybe 20, 30,000 baht, you're done with it and you have a perfectly good door. But a lot of people, they buy stuff that they shouldn't, and that's where the problems begin. And fortunately for foreigners, we are not buying property with a mortgage. It's very rare to see someone in Thailand buy as a foreigner with a mortgage. We are required to go cash down. That's how the law works. That's how it is. But for some people who are living and working here, there would be cases in which they can buy with mortgage. For them, it would be extremely sad to buy something that is not up to par in quality. But for all the Thai people, the locals, that buy things that are not up to par by quality, it's sad. And I heard stories. I met with people who told me how they suffer with bad quality condos and units, and it's not good. And this is when it comes to the point that, spend that extra money, especially at amounts like this, spend an extra 50, 100K on an expert to go through the whole thing with you, find you the great stuff, make sure everything's proper. If it's a renovation, run it with someone that has experience in what you can expect, rather than having all the headaches in the world after. Because trust me, the bill at the end is going to be bigger. Always. Construction, property is always like that. It's like the medical side, right? If you're not taking care of a problem properly.
Prevention, guys, prevention. Everyone, prevention. I mentioned this many times. You know, prepare before safety. You know, like get to the point when you know enough details when later you have a less problem. That's the conclusion. I always forget the word that like, prevention.
Yeah, but as you said, you're doing it well. You got into it. I can say from my experience, since we met till now, that has worked miracles for me.
For me also.
Yeah.
For me also.
And that's what people should do. It's not complicated. It
costs less money, less time.
It's all about focus. Yeah, it's just good stuff. And right now, a lot of people might be worried about like what's happening in the world, right? So I'm gonna say that Southeast Asia is probably the place that will be least involved in whatever is currently happening, you know. So if you if you think it's not a good point to keep your money in your countries and so on, bring it here. It's good. You know, there are a lot of people who went for the Dubai dream, like Dubai this, Dubai that. I told them from the beginning, man, it's a mirage. It's like the desert mirage.
You want to say you involved with this situation?
No, but I saw that market as being unrealistic. for a lot of reasons, right? And right now, when something happened critical to that area, it's like immediately exploded. Like there's nothing happening. People are in dire situation, especially those who invested, those who live there, those who went on vacation there. I had friends who went on vacation there and they were stuck and they didn't know what to do. And, you know, being in a place that you don't feel safe, being in a place that you don't feel good, it makes your psyche and your health super bad. So that's something you should not do. Just don't be there.
So I think come to Bangkok, great place to build something for the future, for the present, for the, you know, even business project. I think it's still...
On the business side, it's really good. Like currently, I'm in the process of doing something that not a lot of people do here as foreigners. I am trying to move my company from Europe to here. And I want to pay taxes here. I really want to pay taxes here because it's worth it for me more than to pay taxes in my home country. My home country increased stuff to a certain level that it's not good at all. And the number of laws changing is so crazy that it's not great. So I want to move everything, all the business to Thailand, all the activities. And not sure if you heard about it, the foreign business license in Thailand.
The new one, yeah.
Not particularly new.
Okay.
That's like quite an old concept. There are two things. There is an FBL company, foreign business license company, and there's a BOI company, a board of investment company. These are two different things, but they kind of go through the same steps, almost the same steps. Now, the benefit of this is that, yes, in Thailand, you can have a company that you are 100% shareholder of, and it doesn't need to be BOI promoted. That is an FBL license. So that's what I'm working on right now, and hopefully I can get it soonish. We are experimenting on how to get it. So, of course, we don't use agents. We don't deal with anything like that. We deal directly with the government agency, talk to them. They know the best, you know, like what's going on, what you need.
Yeah, that was good advice. Go directly. And also
and right now,
for the consultancy.
There is a really good option, and that's the new thing. It's called LTR. So long-term residency. That one, it's like a visa, but it gives you a digital work permit. So if you're someone that has a bit of money and you can afford getting an LTR, that can actually be a really good start for you to come to Thailand and do a lot of stuff. Digital work permit allows you to work in all the fields that are open for foreigners, except the ones that are only for Thai people, right? But you don't necessarily need to have a company under yourself to have the work permit. So you can get hired at the company, at any company that is local, international, by having the work permit. So it's a really good start for a lot of people who have like a bit of money put away. If I'm not mistaken, it has to be $1 million. And if you're thinking of Western countries, there are people who are middle class and have that amount. Now, the difference is like this. You don't need to invest that 1 million into Thailand. You just have to show that you actually own assets worth of 1 million. And the other conditions you can probably read online about it. But knowing that this LTR is given for 5, 10 years, 15 years, it's a really good option. So it gives you the chance to be here, to be active, to be considered differently. A lot of people came here with the DTV visa, right? Digital travel visa. So digital nomad visa, as they call it. Now, that one is a tourist visa. Let's be honest about it. People can't open any bank accounts with it, and they cannot do a lot of things with it. So that is not a good trajectory for you to live here, to be a resident, to do stuff. That's why LTR is the proper way to do it. There's Thailand Elite visa, but they cost a lot of money. But LTR is like way cheaper for like 100,000 baht. You get all the benefits of what an elite visa would give you for like the 3, 4, 3, 5 million, or I don't know how much they cost anymore. But it's totally different.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. A lot of good information. I think we squeeze so many things. I think the main concept, we still get to the prevention.
Yeah.
And I think the deep things, what you share, it's something, connect with the Bangkok area. And I think will be more people to come here, especially from Dubai, which is good news in general.
Habibi, come to Thailand.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.